Hi everyone, this is Russell Shahrad, and today I'm going to talk about how to make money in commercial real estate in Canada. I'm a licensed real estate broker in BC, Canada, and I'm located in Greater Vancouver. So I have a background in economics and engineering, and I have some experience in construction, which can benefit you if you are doing some real estate play. We are a member of a real estate club, which are luxury commercial and residential properties. And we have a very good social circle that all of them are engaged in commercial real estate. These are some of the examples of our past deals. On the left, you see some luxury residential properties, and on the right, you see some of the commercial real estate properties, which we will be explaining later on. Who benefits from this presentation? This presentation is for people who want to invest in real estate, people who want to immigrate in Canada, and people who already invested in residential sector and they want to learn about commercial sector investment. There are differences between commercial and residential real estate. Commercial real estate mostly is affected by the economic growth, and it's not that doesn't experience the up and downs of the residential sector. The leases in commercial real estate are much more in favor of the landlord, and the governing law is different, and it's much easier for the landlords to manage their properties and lease them out. In British Columbia, we have a very good prospect for the future in terms of population growth. You can pause on this slide and take a look at the numbers. There is a growth forecast for the next 20 years, and also every year about 300,000 people immigrate to Canada, and most of them end up coming to Vancouver and British Columbia because of the nice environment and the opportunities here. Vancouver has a great potential. It has access to open waters. It has access to manufacturing hubs like China, and it has a land locked between the sea and the mountains. So it's growing, and it's one of the most livable places in the world, and it has a very huge tourism industry and other types of industry like real estate. There are differences in commercial real estate sector. There are different types of products. One of them is office. Office space is experiencing very low vacancy rate in Vancouver due to high demand and tech companies rushing into Vancouver they need the space. There is industrial sector. The industrial sector is experiencing a very high demand these days. And the other one is retail sector. Retail sector is experiencing different forces. As you might know, there is an online trend that will have a downward effect on demand for the retail sector. But on the other side, you see other factors affecting the retail sector. For example, there are big companies like Google and Apple and Microsoft who are going to purchase retail properties for showcasing their product. There is also development lots that is driven by the huge demand of the immigration and the local population who need to have better houses and bigger houses. There are 5 types of play that you can make money in commercial real estate. So I will briefly mention them here, and we will explain them later on in the presentation. The first one is income leasing play. So how it works is that you buy a property that makes some income, and what you do is you change the lease contract and get a new tenant with a higher lease rate, because the leases are mostly long term. So if you buy a new property, usually the leases is from several years ago, then you can renew the lease, and as soon as you renew the lease, the value of your property will be increased. The other one is management upgrade play. So there are a lot of people that are mismanaged. So people don't have the capability or the time to manage their properties, or they didn't hire the right company, so the value of the property decreased significantly. If you purchase that property and do some effort in terms of management and upgrading the management of the property, you will experience a lot of increase in the value of the property. The third one is pre-sale play. There are companies who pre-sale their development on early stages. You can purchase a lot or a strata lot in that development, and when the property gets ready, the demands has been built up, and you can easily assign or resell the property for a profit. The fourth one is a development play. If you are interested in development, you can buy a land, a bare land, or a residential or a commercial land. Usually go to a rezoning process with the city. But when you build on a property, it increases the value and you make a significant profit. The fifth one is the business sales. This is for immigrants and also in local investors who want to engage in a business which has been running so far, and you can improve the business and resell it for a profit. For the income play, there is an important formula which I want to let you know, which is called cap rate. Cap rate is the net operating income, we call it NOI, divided by the value of the property. The different locations have different cap rates, and the cap rate is usually symbol of the safety of the investment. Right now in Vancouver area, the cap rates start from 2% to 5-6%, which is low. It means it's a safe investment, and investors are willing to buy properties for low cap rates. Usually what happens is when cap rates decrease in an area, your property value will go up. It has an effect like that. So when the cap rates, when population goes to area and the vacancy rates go down, then you will see cap rates go down. And as soon as the cap rates go down based on this formula, the value of your property will be increased significantly. This is an example of industrial property in Richmond. The purchaser bought the property, they renewed the lease, and they made a lot of money right away from that transaction. This shows the pictures of the inside of the commercial. This type of industrial property is a very valuable one because you have in the zoning, you have retail and also industrial allowance. You can do a lot of activities in this type of industrial property. The other one is an example that we have done. This is example of lease increase. This is a retail property. It's a whole block in a very good location. The buyer bought this property and increased the leases for the tenants that were already in the property and made significant money after a few years. The other one is an example of a mismanaged, undervalued property. This property was not managed properly, and also there were a lot of vacancies. So the buyer came in, bought the property for a discount, and started to manage the property and improve the value of the property. So when there are no vacancies, the value of the property increased significantly. This is a picture of the whole strata retail, which was the first floor of this shopping mall. This is an example of a pre-sale play. This was a land was under development, which had access to highway, and it was close to Vancouver. So we bought this when it was under construction, and definitely when our client got the unit made, there was offers coming from everywhere to buy and lease the property for a very significant profit. Now here you can see this development which has finished recently. The other one is retail pre-sale. This is a very good development that the retail sector. Here you can see the retail units was on sale, and we sold several units in this development, and because of the good location and high demand, there were instant profit for the people who bought these retail units. So for development play, there are some basics which I'm going to explain here very, very briefly. First is a floor space ratio, which is the amount of development you can do on a piece of lot. So if there is, for example, if there is 1-to-1, then you can build just same as the lot. If FSR is 2 or 3, it means that you can build 2 or 3 times more than the surface area of the land that you purchased. There is CAC, which is community amenity contribution, which usually asked by the city, so you have to spend that money for public benefit. City zoning and bylaws and OCP, which are usually ratified by the council and the city. The official community plan is the long-term plan, and the city zoning are the current zoning bylaws and rules and regulations that you can use and develop properties. There's a leverage when you buy a development property. Usually there is a loan to value of 65 to 75%. It means that you don't need to put all the money. You only need to put 25 to 35% of the total money needed for that project, and the rest will be provided by the financiers. There is a Proforma which shows basic expenditures and also the sales of the project, and we do a very basic Proforma for our clients. You have profit on return and on your investment, and you have profit on your cash. So I'm showing you a basic Proforma for lots, for 2 lots, and usually we go for the return on investment of 20 to 30%, and also cash on cash profit of 50 to 100%. So it means if you put $100 on a development play, you will earn $100 as a profit. The financing in commercial real estate is different. Usually the banks and lenders look at the project and also look at the income of the property. So it's not 100% depending on your salary. It mostly will be focused on the property itself. So it's the property that gets financed. Now here you can see some of the interest rates that for me it seems very low, 2% to 3%, a little bit sometimes more. It goes to 4% for commercial properties, but still it's a good money. It's kind of cheap money which you can leverage and make money on that. My name is Rasul Shahra. There are a lot to say. This is just an introduction. I encourage you to call me if you're thinking to invest in commercial real estate. Just give me a call or shoot me an email. We can have a Zoom call during this COVID-19 times. I will be happy to consult for you in terms of your next investments. Have a great day.